minute to ground myself. Giving a minute for Facebook to catch up. See if anybody pops on here in the first few minutes. Welcome anybody that will be joining us. I'm just going to sit here for a minute, my friends, and ground myself while I wait a few minutes. Welcome. Some Valor essential oil here that is supposed to be for courage and grounding, and I kind of lather myself in it before I do anything like this because I always get nervous. Join me as I ground myself. I also have some field essential oil, and this is for blessing our purpose in life. Whatever our field and passions are, It's 2 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. I know this is a funny time for people to catch a live video, but it's the only time that my baby takes a nap. So yeah, this is the time that I have to do it. My older daughter's at school and I seize this opportunity. So welcome for anybody that catches this later. I'm going to talk to myself for right now. Thank you for joining me. This is a class to help teach you how to bless and clear the energy of your home. I wrote out this whole class here. I've been trying to do more Facebook Live videos, and I noticed that I can lose my train of thought. I can kind of be a little bit spacey and nervous and forget what I'm going to say or just be a goofball. So I wrote everything out. So don't mind me if I'm looking at my paper instead of looking at you or looking at myself. I'm going to start by introducing myself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Vanessa Dilworth. I'm a women's spiritual mentor. I'm a goddess artist and mama extraordinaire. This is my house right now. Like I said, my baby's napping, so a lot of the stuff that I do to support women is right here from my home. I'll give you a little background about my life. I have 2 beautiful daughters, like I said, 18 months and 6 years old. I have a wonderful hubby who works at a bicycle shop here in town, and we live in Missoula, Montana. Many of my careers in the past have revolved around nurturing and helping to heal and support others. From an early career, like right out of high school, I started working in nursing homes, home health care, hospice. My mama actually worked in a nursing home when I was little, and so I kind of grew up in nursing homes and around the elderly. So that kind of nurtured a very healing gift within me, I guess you could say. After my careers in healthcare, I became a massage therapist for 10 years. I still have my license and all of my skills with that. I don't necessarily practice that, but it definitely ties into a lot of the stuff that I teach. But now a majority of the time outside of being a stay-at-home mama is being a women's spiritual mentor. I offer one-on-one mentoring. I love to lead women's circles. I do online Facebook classes like within events, or like, you know, doing this video today. And I love sharing daily through social media ways to nurture your spirit and the goddess within you. I enjoy learning and sharing about lots of different modalities and spiritual support tools, whether it's through guided meditation work, healing our emotional energy, healing our inner child, or the places that our divine woman has walked through this world. I love hearing women's stories. I do energy and chakra healing. I love angel cards, oracle cards, any kind of spiritual inspiration. And I also love essential oils that tie throughout all of my services. I love to create spaces of inclusion. I intertwine many forms of spirituality and beliefs to meet women and my sisters wherever they are in their spiritual journey. My greatest love is making people feel included and feeling that spiritual connection. It says, I love sharing ways to encourage all areas of your life, to be growing and expanding, and for you to be learning about yourself, whether it's empowering your body, empowering your mind and your thoughts, empowering your soul to blossom, helping you within your home, giving you encouragement in your career, or, oh, hello, hey, Cassandra, hi, love, or even creatively. I love to encourage women to use their spirit to express themselves creatively. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I do goddess paintings, is because it's my spirit taking form. So I love to encourage all subjects of your life. I am so glad my friend is here. I named my business Mandala Soul School for that reason, because I wanted to encourage women to be growing in all areas of our life, and because we're all growing together. So today's subject is all about home. This month's theme is all about home. Today we're talking about blessing and clearing the spaces in our home. On the 17th, I will be doing a class all about physically cleaning our homes and stepping away from toxic chemicals and totally clearing our space of toxins, and switching to plant-based all-natural cleaner through Young Living's Thieves line. And then on the 19th, I'm going to be leading a women's circle here in Missoula, all about being a home for our spirit. So all about home. So for today though, today we're talking about the energy of our home and how we can bless it. We'll be covering 8 different areas. 1, how our homes are an extension of our spirit. Oh, you are so bright. Thank you for shining. Oh, I love you, honey. I was just anointing myself in valor because I'm a little bit nervous. So thank you. So we'll be sharing how our homes are an extension of our spirit. The concept that our homes are made of energy, they're made of our energy and our emotions and our memories and our experiences, maybe even the experiences of people that lived in our home before us. So our homes are made of energy, what it means to clear and bless our home and why we even want to, and different ways we can strengthen our relationships to our homes and to our own spiritual practice, whether that's through prayer and meditation, or using tools to bless, anoint, or clear the energy in our homes, like Palo Santo, sage, sweetgrass, holy water. I use essential oils and crystals. All of these are great ways to totally bless and clear your home. But I'd also like to discuss the sustainability of some of those tools, like crystals, sage, Palo Santo. All of those are endangered. Love this series you're offering. Oh, thank you, love. So yeah, I want to give you some healthy alternatives and maybe kind of break you out of the box, because there's a lot of different ways that, you know, intuitives and spiritual folks kind of clear their homes, and I want to encourage more sustainability with that. And lastly, I'll even share which essential oils are great for clearing energy and how they do it. I'm going to be teaching you how to make some holy water for yourself, and also to make a spritz to, I made this spritz to clear your aura and spray all over your house, or you could spray it in your car, at your office, whatever you want. I named this Bless Your Home and Aura Cleanser. No imagination there. This has sage, frankincense, citrus fresh, a splash of witch hazel, and water. So we'll go over that. But But first, let's study that first topic that I talked about, how our homes are an extension of our spirit. Our homes are a place for our bodies to rest, to recharge and nurture themselves. Since our mama's wombs, since we are up with divine, our spirits deep within want to be held and safe, a place to be sheltered. Like sometimes we just always have this feeling of being lost in the world and not being able to know ourselves. And one of the ways that we can find ourselves and bless ourselves and connect with our spirit is through our homes and how we express that. So our homes are an extension of our spirit. It's good to set the tone and energy of your space and also find mindfulness with the relationship to your home. We just forget how our physical dwellings do so much for us. Not only do they keep us warm, they hold us as we release our emotions and our energy. Our homes reflect the inner pieces of ourselves. Whether it's like a colorful explosion like my house is, that's the artist in me, or some of my sisters feel wonderful in white, bright, and tranquil settings. So no matter where you are, your home is an extension of yourself. Even when we have messy houses that are untidy in upheaval, this can be a reflection of what we're feeling inside. And I just want to be a little bit clear with that. Like, I have 2 daughters and we live in a kind of small home, and my freaking house explodes all the time. Like all day long, shit is just everywhere. But I try to clean it up throughout the day. I try to teach my kids how to clean and respect the space. And sometimes as mamas, sometimes life just does not allow us to have clean spaces. Sometimes like the inner artist in me is like all over the place. I don't want you to feel that if you don't have a clean house that you're not being respectful to your spirit. Sometimes we have phases where shit is just everywhere, right? So be easy on yourself with that. But know that when you are clearing out all that energy, like that it allows your spirit to be able to have more of a tranquil space to recharge. So our home is a reflection of our energy and what we're experiencing. Your home has a vibe. Some of you may watch Marie Kondo's Tidying Up on Netflix. She really teaches you how to have a spiritual approach to your home and decluttering your life. Or my favorite, you may watch Queer Eye, where the Fab Five are always showing how people's spaces are a reflection of their self-esteem and their energy. So I hope that you look at your home with a little bit different eye and what she does for you. So what it means to bless and clear your home. Blessing, like prayer or meditation, means that we seek to set the spiritual intention for our life, or ourselves, our environment, or our homes. I'm going to say that again. Blessing, which is a lot like prayer, means that we set the spiritual intention for our life, ourselves, our environment, our homes, the things that we're going through. Clearing, when I speak of clearing, that means that we're releasing the energy. All of those things that we're experiencing, we're releasing the energy of that space and then blessing it. The famous scientist Nikola Tesla once said, if you wish to understand the universe, think of everything as energy, frequency, and vibration. So the emotions that you are feeling within your life and within your space are constantly overflowing from your spirit, constantly overflowing from your body and into your space. You can also look at your space, like everything in existence is molecular matter, meaning that in a scientific view, everything in our world is made of energy. From the table you eat at to the food that you eat, the rocks and the minerals, the plants and the water, everything is made up of energy, including your home, including your beautiful body. Our physical body is energy. The emotions we feel are energy. Emotions have varying degrees of energy, from high energy, like excitement, to enveloping energy and nurturing feelings of love, to lower vibrations of like depression, grief, sadness. Those feel heavier. When we feel depression, when we feel grief, we don't want to get out of bed, we're sluggish. That's because that type of energy is slower and lower and sluggish. It feels heavy in our chest. Well, our bodies are continually emitting and releasing all those forms of energy. Spiritually speaking, our spirits are divine energy. Even our loved ones that pass on, when we speak of spiritually, are energy. I'll give an example of this. If any of you intuitive folks, if you feel like a ghost or maybe like your loved one, like your grandma comes to visit you, it might feel like cold. It might feel like heaviness when you walk into a room. You might go someplace that kind of feels creepy or haunted. It feels like heavy and like, ugh, you know that feeling? That is energy. On the flip side, those of you who are intuitive might channel angels, and those are a lot more like high frequency. Those are like high, beautiful beings. Sometimes it causes like ringing in your ears. It can make your heart rate feel a little bit faster and make you feel a little woozy, or sometimes it makes me feel a little bit like deja vu, like the energy is higher. So whether we're talking about our physical lives and physical people that have, and we're feeling their energy, or we're even feeling our own energy or feeling the energy of spirit, spiritually speaking, scientifically speaking, we are all energy. But getting back to us, we are factories of energy. Whatever mixtures of emotions you have been going through are energy in the space that you're living in. The energy we emit and release gives our home a specific vibration. So I want to ask you, friends, how does your space feel? Does it feel nurturing or tranquil? Does it feel fun or creative? Have you experienced grief or even just everyday stress within your home? Your home is a container for your energy and the energy of your memories and experiences. We will be covering the ways you can shift that energy. So whatever you've been experiencing, you know, on a spiritual journey, we're always trying to move forward. I want to teach you how to shift and bless the energy of your homes to empower your life. Let's see, like we said, we're covering smudging, and like we said, the best way, one of the first ways outside of spirituality and energy clearing is to keep it clean the best that you can. We already addressed that. I get it. I have kids. I can't keep ahead of it all the time, but trying to keep the house somewhat in a calm state, even if it's a couple of rooms at any given time, helps with the energy of our homes. I also love this time of year. I have been like going through my whole house and like donating stuff, deep cleaning. I love to rearrange my furniture, like just shifting the energy. A lot of times if we just move things around, even if we get outside and are moving, that helps to shift our energy. So next we will be talking about some different practices. Let me slow down a little bit, ground myself. Miss Cassandra. Ooh, there's 2 people here. I wonder who else is watching. Oh, my sister Tanis. Oh, I love you, sis. Thanks for popping in. I'm grounding myself, guys. So, before we go into tools and practices, let's discuss why we want to bless our home. Spiritually speaking, we are always, like I said, wanting to move forward. We are learning how to grow our spirit. While we do need to process and experience the feelings and experiences that we have, it's always important to keep learning and evolving, reflecting and releasing, honoring and moving forward. It's good to bless your home because it teaches us to honor what we've been through. So many times we are going so fast and not always having the time to reflect. Hi, love, wonderful to see you. That sometimes we just don't take the time to really create enough, I think as women, like rites of passage, and honoring the experiences we have, or the accomplishments that we go after and create, and taking the time to clear and bless our homes, even just a few times a year. We probably should do it more than that. Really seeks to honor and release, and just be conscious of what we're learning and going through. It's a form of self-care and sets the intention for the lives we want to create. You'll also, this also comes up as a spiritual mentor, you'll also want to bless your home if spiritually you believe in ghosts and spirits and all that. Blessing your home protects it from darker energies and entities you don't want in your space. This is speaking of ghosts and all those energetic memories. Like when I first moved into this home, there was some energy here, but we sought to like remodel it, bless it, and at the same time, that's when I was finding my spiritual gifts. And a lot of these tools that I'm going to be sharing with you have really helped to give me the power back within my own spaces, because yes, there is a spiritual world out there, but we can totally set the tone. We are the beings that are alive right now in these physical bodies, and we can have power over our spaces. Plus, outside of ghosts, we want to release those old memories like that we've had, whether it's divorce or when we experience loss, or deep chapters of stress. Releasing those from our life can help us to not stay in that emotional, energetic space. It helps us cut those cords to repeated soul lessons that we don't want to keep going through over and over. Or sometimes we're making all these changes, but our home still has a reflection of that space that we're in. So that's another reason why you want to bless and clear the energy in your home. Knowing that you are the keeper of your own space, you can use your soul's innate power to honor it and make the best possible space that you can. There are many ways we can bless and clear the energy of our homes. And I wanted to just remind us the spiritual references to our bodies being a temple for our spirit, and our home is a temple to our temple. So it's wonderful to honor the blessings that we've been given. Some of us don't have homes, so it's good to lovingly bless where our spirits lie. So next, tools and ideas to help you bless and clear your temple. Prayer and meditation are the most powerful and accessible ways to bless and protect your home. Asking your higher power or your beloved, your angels, to stand guard, or envisioning your ancestors or God's light coming down during meditation is so powerful. That is one of the first ways that I learned to bless and clear my house, was through prayer and meditation. A lot of times I will do this at night when I'm going to sleep. Like we end up locking our doors and all that, like typically a lot of people do right before they go to bed. But I love to envision like a being of light going around my whole property, like along my fence line. I love to envision divine light coming down from the sky and shining down on my home. A lot of times as intuitives and empaths and mediums, we can totally ask for a specific angel to come guard our home. It's called a gatekeeper. You can pray for a gatekeeper to come in, whether it's your grandma, say, "Grandma, come, keep my home safe at night." If you're a Christian, you can ask like Jesus, or Michael is a wonderful archangel to come and bless and protect your home. But you can ask for a specific guardian to come every night. You don't have to remember to pray about it every night, but just say, "Please, every night, can you please come and bless and keep my space safe and protected?" You can envision your ancestors. Some of my ancestors, like my lineage is Simpson, Tlingit, and Apache. And they would always envision their spirit animals and ancestors with us at all times, to guard our daily life, to help us through our soul lessons, and also the safety of the sacred spaces in the village. If you're a Christian, like I said, pray and envision Christ, Mama Mary, your guardian angels to come and bless your home with protection. Envisioning Christ, like I said, walking around the borders of your property, that works wonders. I love to be, like I said, inclusive of all faiths. Like I love and honor, I've experienced many faiths. But I will say that Christ he's like the ultimate big brother. Totally. He is a faithful protector. And if I like mean business, like I'll just be like, oh, brother Jesus, like come help me. And he will absolutely protect your space. There is power in his name. But whatever forms of divine love give you your sense of protection and divine connection, use them. You have the power. And a lot of times, because we have this free will and this spiritual journey, we forget to ask for help. And the universe and our angels are completely just waiting for that doorway for you to ask to come in. So next time you pray, next time you meditate, envision those spiritual helpers assisting you in blessing and shining and spreading love, light, blessings, bringing joy into your space, bringing laughter into your home, pushing out all that darkness, clearing out the heavy energy and the old memories that you were trying to work through. Use the power of prayer and meditation to bless and protect your home. Next kind of expands on this idea of prayer, and the reason why prayer is so powerful is because our words are powerful. Our words are powerful. So power of written words for your homes. This is one of the second things that I learned when I was embracing my spiritual gifts. For some of you who don't know my spiritual story, I was phobic of the dark, phobic of ghosts. I spent all the way till about 30 years old being petrified of the dark. A lot of that is because I could sense energy and I could sense spirit. Like looking back, like I did not live in the most happiest of places, and I definitely felt some spirit action, but I didn't have the words or the support that I do now, or the knowledge. So one of the first ways I learned to protect myself when I had learned about my spiritual gifts was the power of written word. So just like prayer and meditation, as we spoke of, our words are also powerful in written form. I went into my journal and I specifically wrote what was acceptable and what was not acceptable for me. Like grandmas that have passed away, like, oh, sure, you know, I'm baking cookies or whatever. You come spend time with us. Like, I give you permission, but do not come see me in the middle of the night. Do not stand at the foot of my bed. Like, it petrified me. So I wrote specific rules to my spiritual gifts. Like, don't make me see dead people. Like, I don't want to hear like crazy whisperings in my ear at night. Like, I totally wrote specifically down what felt safe for me and what didn't. And so, you know, I went and revised that year after year, or whenever I felt more comfortable in my gifts. Yeah, more tools. But I wrote down like what felt comfortable for me. So you can definitely write what you want for your home. Like, this is a space of healing and protection and laughter and joy. This is a place where my children have the freedom to run and play and scream and be silly. This is a place of light. I mean, you can do it however you want. Just know that your words have power, and what feels comfortable for you might shift and expand. Sometimes you might want to just, you know, you might be in a space in your life where you want to be a cocoon, and you might go and say, you know what, you know, my guardian angels are the only ones that are allowed here. Like Jesus is the only one allowed in my house. Like wherever you are, you have power within your words. I love this idea. I can't wait to make a list of rules in my journal. It's amazing. And you know, like I have learned through this spiritual journey, like we always talk about synchronicity and angel numbers and all that, but I have learned the power of my words, and I still forget. Like, you know, we talk about, you know, law of attraction, and we magnetize boundaries. Yes, boundaries. Yes. Where I have learned the power of my words. Like if I say something to somebody like, oh yeah, I'm totally here for you. Like my angels will keep track of what I'm saying and make me stick to my word, or knowing that if I say something out loud, it just manifests. So your words are powerful, and man, if you write them out, that is like, you know, written. Like some people study the Akashic records or book of life. That is, I mean, powerful for you to be writing in your journal at all, your spiritual journey. Like that is your truth, and the universe totally knows what's in that. So yeah. Oh, another example of writing. Miss Tanis gave me this idea to write this part. Another example of writing. Some of my sisters, before repainting walls in their house, would literally draw Reiki symbols, or you could write this on your walls. Like this is a home of light and divine protection. You can write things on your walls. You can, you know, write it and frame it and put it on your wall. So don't just think of it necessarily in your journal. I mean, you are the maker of your own space. So that's another example of written word. The next thing that we are going to cover are crystals. All us crystal lovers. So I personally believe the universe made everything with a spirit. Crystals have such sacred energy. You can set them in your windows and pray for your home, or go so far as to set up a pretty crystal grid. I write words too, like joy, love, happiness. Yes, yes. I was just talking about Tanis. We were talking about blessing our homes the other day, and she is the owner of Witchworks, and she's been doing a lot of remodeling on her house, and she's my dear friend that painted some Reiki symbols on her walls before she actually repainted and redid some remodeling, and it's so powerful. Yes, exactly what you want to be experiencing. So we're talking about crystal grids. For those of you who don't know, these, you know, you can take crystals and put them in beautiful patterns on your table and your windowsill. You can set up a space in your house to have an altar. And those, the idea is that the stones and minerals have a certain spirit and vibrational frequency. So we're still talking about energy, vibration, and frequency. Combined with sacred geometry and your prayers and meditation, this can bless and shield your house. I have a collection of crystals and rocks that I adore, but one thing I may say with these, and I don't know a lot about this, I'm just going to tell you right now, but it has been a concern. I don't know if some of you maybe have looked into this, but I worry about the crystal trade. When you know, see old movies like about blood diamonds, I mean, the crystal trade is crazy, and a lot of times we don't know where our crystals are coming from. And my native side, you know, thinking of Mother Earth and taking more than what we give to her, like I worry about just totally ravishing her and ripping everything out of the earth. And I mean, thousands and millions of years to create some of these minerals, and like stripping her of them. I love crystals. I love crystals. I love rocks, but I'm a little bit worried about the sustainability of them. And so I think it's important to try to learn where our crystals come from. And I haven't quite gotten there, I'm going to be honest. I do buy a lot of my gems and crystals from local shows here, but still, we don't know exactly where they're coming from. So our next topic is essential oils. Let's see. I think I got my pages backwards. I'll take this out. So we're going to talk about sage, palo santo, sweetgrass next, and sustainability. If you're into the metaphysical and shamanic realms, you might like to burn palo santo, sage, sweetgrass to clear the energy in your space. But again, we are talking about a lot of those, especially white sage, is an endangered species. It's something that they're really trying to regulate. I mean, people in the whole metaphysical communities are buying these off of Amazon, and there are so many people. I just read an article where these people in California ended up sneaking onto this preserve and like just shoving it all in duffel bags and getting arrested. I mean, you don't want that kind of energy in these kinds of spiritual practices. You don't want, it just kind of totally nullifies what we're trying to do here. And it's just not respectful to Mother Earth. And with global warming and our environment right now, we as the light bearers really need to be conscious of what's happening. Let's see what Cassandra's saying. I like to make crystal essence, yes, to help with the sustainability. Then you could add the essences to your mists. What are crystal essences, sis? Can you tell me what crystal essences are? I don't think I know what that is. So let's see here. People from many native and shamanic cultures have used these to purify sacred ceremonial space, to bless and clear our physical and spiritual bodies and clear our living spaces of energy and spirits. We just talked about the sustainability. Do we as consumers want that kind of energy or blood on our hands, especially with spiritual and energetic healing practices? We just don't want those kinds of vibes. We want someone who honors the earth, who reads and knows how to care for these plants, caring about their sustainability and farming practices. With this moral question, how are you supporting the earth, our sacred home, in supporting her homeostasis and vitality? With global warming and industrialism, a lot of this is not sustainable. So next, I will be, I did want to show, I looked up this morning, you can I had an alternative that I came through with this morning. I think that for one, we should definitely look into the resources that we get from people, like looking into where people get their sage and these things, these holy tools from. But you can look up United Plant Savers website, and they talk all about sustainability of some of these plant species. But I encourage you, some of you especially that have green thumbs, I might try it this year, but to grow your own sage. You can also grow rosemary, mugwort, or you can even use cedar as an alternative. And I think that website I looked up is Aquarian Soul. She talks a lot about sage and sustainability. So big thing to take away from this, don't buy your sage from Amazon or the natural grocery store. Sometimes they just don't know where it's from, guys. So that's going to lead into the next alternative for you guys. You can use therapeutic essential oils. I'm going to be talking about how to make your own holy water. I have some sage vitality here. This can be used internally. You can get Palo Santo, The rosemaries, I'm going to cover some of the clearing essential oils here in a minute, but essential oils are a great alternative. I still would be very leery of the brands that you get because a lot of the essential oil companies out there don't know where their farms are. They don't even own their farms. Young Living is the only company with over 25 years of experience that own all their farms. They have non-GMO seeds. They test the soil. They test the water quality. They test rigorous testing on all these oils. Like, they have the highest standard in the business. There's no other company with the standards that they have, and they are pure. So earlier we were talking about frequency and vibration. Cassandra says, like a flower essence, but crystal. So you put the crystal in distilled or spring water in a bowl out in the sun. Oh yes, by asking permission of the crystal. Yes. Okay, well, I've done that. You can definitely put crystals in water, and she said to put it in the sun, and like I've done it in the moon too. Yes, beautiful idea, love. I forgot to mention that. Yes, using crystals to infuse into our water, and that's one thing that we can add when I'm going to teach you how to make some holy water here. So it says, so Young Living, these are the most powerful plant matter on the earth today. So we're talking about frequency. Like a healthy human body is, let's see, a healthy human body is between 62 and 68 hertz. When we're talking about different essential oils, we are talking like Idaho blue spruce is 428 megahertz. Rose is 328 megahertz. So we're talking about the reason why essential oils work and the reason why brand matters is because you want something that is energetically going to change the space. If you are putting one of these essential oils, taking it internally, or using it to bless your home, putting it on your body, those plant constituents come within our physical energetic field, within our body, and it uplifts to the vibration that they carry. Isn't that magical? So that's in a lot of ways why brand matters. I got this sage last month and I practically had to sit down smelling it. They actually have a childproof cap. Not all of essential oils from Young Living have a childproof cap. This you have to dilute, like I think it's the ratio is 4 to 1. Anyways, I went and smelled some of the sage essential oils at the natural grocery store, and it, for me as an intuitive, they just feel weak. They feel diluted. A lot of them have been adulterated, and they're just not pure. I mean, each plant, they cold distill everything, and I shouldn't say cold, but they don't distill over and over and over again. A lot of companies will distill till there's no actual beneficial therapeutic plant property left. And so that is why I choose Young Living, because they have the highest vibrational essential oils on the planet. So with that, I'm going to go into how to make your own holy water. I'm not sure if I like this style of writing it out first or not. I do best when I shoot from the hip and I'm spontaneous. But so I ordered some of these bottles in the past with about, I think they come in like 10 or something, but I have holy water bottles, or you can use a bowl. I have some organic lavender seeds here. You can fill with water. I don't know if some of you have read The Hidden Messages of Water by Japanese science Dr. Masaru Emoto. He speaks of the power and influence of our thoughts. As we are saying earlier, our emotions have a frequency and vibration, so too our intentions and our words. But Dr. Emoto took pictures of water molecules where water was intentionally spoken to. So I don't know exactly how he did it, if he froze it, but he would take water and you would speak words to it. So you could be like, I love you, I love you, I love you. And the water would change to these beautiful lace patterns and crystal patterns. But if you talk negatively to the water, like, I hate you, you're awful, all the molecules and the patterns of the water would mutate and shift, and they would get all frazzled and frayed. So that's just another point of how powerful our thoughts are. When I was finding my spiritual gifts, like I said, I looked down so many avenues to give myself comfort, but I did end up going and getting holy water from a local Catholic parish here, and I went through it all the time. So I decided, well, I'm just gonna start making my own, and I tested it, and it's amazing. Like, I beg to say that it's just as powerful, if not more, and the power of essential oils just magnify it. But I take this holy water, or take this water, and I even wrote out a prayer for myself, just in case I bumbled along with it. Before we start, and I tell you, I was going to go over some different oils that you can use. A lot of my friends here, especially the two that are on here, we use Young Living oils. So if you have the premium starter kit, you can use thieves, citrus fresh, or frankincense. You can also use valor if you are an intuitive and you feel shaky in your spiritual gifts. Outside of the starter kit, I love to use purification, white angelica. You can use any of the oils of ancient scripture, release, Ula faith or Ula family, abundance, three wise men, or Palo Santo. So today, with this spray that I made and with the holy water, I'm using sage. Like I said, that this stuff is pretty powerful, so you'll want to dilute it first in some carrier oil before you actually put it in the holy water. Because if you're not, the way I use it is you're putting it on your hands, and you kind of want that diluted because they can kind of burn you. They're so powerful. So like I said, I dilute the sage first. I like to use grapeseed oil, fractionated coconut oil. So you dilute that, drop it into here. I also used frankincense, and I put some sacred frankincense and some citrus fresh in here. You can also make them into little roller bottles. Like if I'm on the go, like I fill this with some grapeseed oil. You can have sage, all of the oils that I listed, and put them in, and it's great to roll on you. So it's not just in the spritz bottle that you can use it. And I'm going to go off my little writing here, because it doesn't feel authentic for this. I did write out a prayer though. So take this water. Like I said, I have some fresh lavender in there. I try to take some deep breaths and ground myself, call down divine light. Like I said, I want this to be a space of inclusion. I do use Christ's name within this because, like I said, I feel like his name is very powerful. But you make it for whatever feels comfortable for you. Universe, angels, our ancestors, the sacred love of our sweet brother and protector Jesus, Mama Mary, my guardian angels. I ask that you come and surround me as I seek to bless my home and my life and my family. I ask that you come and bless this water with your protection and your love. May it be powerful and filled with light. May everything that it touch be blessed with your compassion and your wisdom. May it shield and protect and be miraculous in my journey as I seek to bless this life that I'm living. I just infuse your beautiful spirit within this water, changing the properties, making it holy, powerful, shielding, protecting, and beautifully loving. I just envision it just bringing out more and more light. You can envision all those beautiful plant spirits circling and spiraling around, being infused within that water. And then you give thanks. You give beautiful thanks. So you can take that. And I just love to like do this maybe before you take a shower. You can put it all over your body. Smells amazing. And you can take this and kind of sprinkle it around your house. You can dip your fingers in it and put it on your window sills. You can bless your mirrors. Like I always get kind of freaked out about mirrors. I can go and bless my door. I go and I bless my dogs. I go and I bless and touch my daughter's heads. I go and I sprinkle it everywhere. And you could do the same thing with one of these spritz bottles. The only thing that you add is a little bit of witch hazel, and you would just take this and like Cassandra was saying, you can put crystals in this and totally magnify it even more. But this is a total spray that you can spray all over yourself to like clear your energy and your aura. Make sure and get your back, but you can go and totally bless your whole space with it. The power of your words, the power of your angels, the essential oils, the crystals, everything all tied into one beautiful act. Yay! Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Like I said, I'm a little bit nervous. Okay, one last thing before we go is I wanted to talk to you about support for kids. Like I said, I was intuitive as a child. All kids are intuitive. My daughter gets scared of the dark. There are things that you can do for young little empaths. You can make one of these. I love making one of these or making some holy water with my daughter. She, I can give her different essential oils to put in them. You can use Valor or Sleepy Eyes, Peace and Calming, Gentle Baby. You can take those, and I make roller bottles for her with a child dilution. Oh, I'm loving this. Thank you, honey. But like I said, I make my daughter her own rollers. I tell her to lovingly embrace all faiths, but I help her meditate and envision her angels with her, envision her grandmas to come and protect her. But we'll make her own holy water and kind of simplified version of what I just did. But I like her to be able to set the intention of what she wants, especially for her own room. Like, I want to feel happy. I want to feel safe at night. And like, she will kind of bless it for herself. And when we spread it, we'll say like, happy, 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 and like make a song out of it, make it fun. She can just spray it and get it all over, put it all over herself. And it's such a wonderful way to address her feelings, give her power back. And dealing with these emotions that I wish that I would have had when I was little. You can also get one of their own diffusers. Like Young Living has amazing diffusers for kids, and some that can be night lights. But it's important to teach our little ones to empower themselves and be in touch with their emotions and being comfortable within their own spirituality, because a lot of times that can get shut off. Like that was one of my hurdles that I had to jump through as an adult with my spiritual gifts. So yeah, I think that's everything. I want to thank you, especially Tanis and Cassandra, for being here with me. For any of you sisters that come on later, I love you, and I want to continue to love and support you in any ways that you need, empowering the goddess within us. I hope this inspires you and helps you to bless your home, helps you take your power back, gives you mindfulness and intention to your space as a way to empower your spirit, your spiritual practice, and your sense of self-care that your beautiful spirit deserves. If you need any extra spiritual mentorship, go ahead and reach out. If you want to get started with oils, I'm here, and we'll continue to find ways for you to learn to love yourself, just as I am learning to love myself, to bless your spiritual journey and claim our power as divine goddesses, creating these beautiful journeys together. Yay! I did it. I'm just learning how to teach these classes and doing Facebook Lives and all this. So I'm learning. And so thank you, women. Thank you, my friends, for supporting me. I love you. Have a beautiful day. I hope this started off your week out right. I love you guys. Bye.